I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Hello, everybody. So, I thought I would use a little intro song. I wish I had some kind of visual to go with it. Oh, it'd be so cool. I don't have anything in mind. Um, um, so for now, just so it won't come as a shock, I also put new intro song in the video title so that you're not shocked when you open it up. So, um, don't worry, it won't go the whole like, it's just that little snippet. That's the amount I'm gonna probably use for my videos now. I'm thinking I might use it for something. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool because it speaks so much truth. And I'm losing my mind over this dang YouTube issue. Frank Tufano's losing his mind every dang day. I think we are all losing our mind to some capacity. I'm also losing my mind because apparently freaking COVID is like coming back and people are freaking out again. Like it's 2023. We're gonna get sick. Illness happens. Okay. Anyways, it's no point. There's no point to worrying over this crap. Okay, guys, just stop. Okay, it 2020 is it. That was one thing. Okay, this is 2023. All right, come on, grow a pair. Anyway, let's start into this, shall we? Here we go. I'm just reacting to him. So let's do this. If there's another what I eat in a day video that you want to see, you can try to comment. I don't know what the heck's going on with the comments. I'm seriously starting to think YouTube has a bug with their system and just won't fix it. Because if you're putting comments and it doesn't have any offensive words and you don't have to I don't know. And I'm wondering too if it's because maybe some people just comment so much on other videos, so much at one time, that YouTube blocks you from commenting because they suspect you're spamming people. That could be it too. Um, I've never had that happen to me personally, so although I have had instances where I comment but then never get replies, I don't check back. I've got better things to do than check back and view. Anyways, here we go. Let's pivot toward Frank Tufano. Here we go.
What's up, guys? We just woke up and I'm going to take you through a quick day routine, just show you an overview of the meals. First things first, hydrate with some high quality water. By far the most important thing to do is stay hydrated because your gut motility is dependent on hydration. So if you want things to keep moving, if you want your body to be metabolically efficient and detox in general.
Buddy, I believe this, by the way, because it has happened to me. You drink too much water, you run the risk of refeeding syndrome. Yeah, not fun. I've had very mild symptoms where my bowels, that's I think one of the reasons why my bowels flare up is because I drink too much at one time. And because water is neutral, there's no acidity, but it's not alkaline either. Um, yeah, it's, mm, yeah.
You need to be as hydrated as possible. And in the morning, after you're sleeping all night, that's when you're going to be the least hydrated. So drink a ton of water in the morning. Very
I do agree with drinking a little bit of water in the morning, but don't drink a ton. You're not absorbing. I don't know how this guy's still alive, y'all. He's diluting his stomach acid.
important. If you don't get as much the rest of the day, it's not as big of a deal, but morning is important. It's actually a very beautiful fall day. I'm gonna have to check the weather because I might just lay out and get some sun. So I'm gonna have to figure out what my work schedule is gonna be today. So now I'll do like 30 minutes work on my computer and then make breakfast. Yeah, the fall weather is really perfect for tanning because, regardless of what you do outside, you're not gonna like sweat that much because it's really, really nice and cool.
Yeah, but I don't live in an area like that, Frankie.
Like 55, 60 degrees is perfect, and the sky looks pretty clear. All right, guys. So here is our breakfast. We got the Iberico breakfast sausage from Frankie's Strange Meat.
Why does he sound like this? Why is he talking like this? I know that's like over exaggerated, but why does he sound like this? Frankie, you're not healthy. You're not healthy. You aren't. No healthy person should be walking around talking like this, feeling like they're trying to keep themselves upright, while at the same time about to fall asleep.
Some organic oat flour pancakes, and we have our Honeycrisp apple for dessert. Organic maple syrup to go on the pancakes. Supplement.
If it's because of pain, that also proves you're not healthy, because you shouldn't be hurting yourself super easily either.
Wise, we're taking masticum, macronutrient enzymes, and some zinc, and of course some glass bottle mineral water to wash it down. My water.
Now, that isn't to say that if you've had an accident or something that makes you get hurt easier or whatever, then yeah, because like it's easier to hurt that region or something, then yeah, I get it. But I mean, just as a general rule, you should not be hurting super easily and in pain so much.
Kefir isn't ready, and I forgot to bring kefir grains home. That's why we're taking the
You're not getting cholesterol in your body, buddy. That's why you forgot. You're forgetting so much lately. You forgot your masticum thingy at your 3 hours away workshop thing or whatever the heck you were going to before, warehouse, whatever it was, back when would drive 3 hours one way and back. You forgot your little dish there. You forgot to bring home the right type of sausage in another video, or right type of pork, whatever it was. And now this, you're forgetting a lot. A lot. I think there was one video you forgot to record or something. You're forgetting a lot, buddy.
enzymes, and I also forgot to bring home some breakfast sausage. I just had one.
Yeah, you see? You're forgetting so much. It's normal to forget sometimes, but it seems like in every video he seems to forget stuff.
Left. So normally I'd have 2 sausages for breakfast, and I normally keep my cakes and my sausage separate. But today, I guess they're together. Whatever. It's 2023. Times are tough.
Not in that way, buddy. There are people dying because of lack of food in 2023. Not you're gonna live, and buddy, you have the power within you to eat even healthier than most people. You just choose not to. You're self-sabotaging with cakes and bread and oats and crap. You don't need all that. And mastic gum, you don't need any of that. And he says something here that proves my point.
Look at the temperature on that pork sausage, MasterChef, huh? That's like perfect for these pork sausages. You don't really want any red or raw in there, which I like on the pork tenderloin, but on the sausage you kind of want it to be cooked, but still, a little moist and rare on the inside. So that's our high quality protein, amino acids, all that stuff, some minerals. The pancakes are just a bulk starch of the meal, some fiber in the oats there to help detox the liver.
You're still on about this. You know it doesn't work when you keep trying to convince even yourself of this. It is not working.
Have the organic pancake mix available now on frankiesarrangefoods.com. And then I mix that with equal parts organic oats. I might try the recipe with organic oat flour, and then I'll let you guys know. But
Sorry, if he sounds a little distorted, that's on his end, because like it kind of clipped on my end as well.
either way, we're doing that recipe this weekend or next weekend. The organic maple syrup is also available on frankiesarrangefoods.com. Whole Honeycrisp apples. We got a lot of stuff on frankiesarrangefoods.com, so definitely check it out, guys. That's going to be dessert, some more volume, fiber, water. I'm probably just going to eat like 2 or 3 of these pieces and then save the rest for lunch. The masticum to kind of wash the meal down, keep the gut motility going.
No. To induce diarrhea, to deplete you of even your nutrients. That's what it's doing.
And then the macronutrient enzymes help digest the food, and the zinc is our
You're not absorbing any of it.
current lowest mineral that we're taking. Everything else seems to be okay in check. And then we got the Fuji glass bottle mineral water.
Nothing would be deficient if you were to just go carnivore and eat tons and tons of fat. I need to eat lots of fat myself. I do.
So consistent with every meal, guys, we have a nice balance of protein, starch, and fiber.
You don't need starch and fiber. Where's the fat? You said yourself, even the lean meat has fat. So you're admitting it doesn't now?
Of course, we're putting a lot of effort into the meals to make them taste good. And then we have the
Wow. Tell me you're trying to fulfill an addiction without telling me you're trying to fulfill an addiction and self-sabotage. By the way, I forgot to add that part on there. Did I mention self-sabotage? Yeah.
gut health management, which in this case is the masticum and the macronutrient enzymes. And the
This is horrible right here. This is horrible. Listen to this.
reason I always need to take something with the meal, like a lot of people are like, oh, Frank, you gotta take mastic or probiotics with every meal. You're not actually healthy.
They're right. And you are wrong, my friend. Your liver is not sick. Your liver, you're making it sick now. You're making it worse. If you keep trying to convince even yourself, you have to keep saying it in every video. Oh, fiber to detox the liver, this to detox the liver, this to do that, that to do this. If you have to keep saying that, then no, you are not healthy. You're not even convincing yourself that this is working. You are not even convincing yourself that this is working.
Well, when your liver's detoxing, there's a lot of negative things coming out that promote dysbiosis.
What? Frankie, I had gut dysbiosis when I went carnivore from keto. Do you know how long that lasted? 2 days. 2 freaking days. And you're telling me this dysbiosis has been going on for years? You need to be checked into an insane asylum at this point, buddy.
You know, the gut bacteria loves toxic bile,
Or whatever they call them, mental hospital.
especially candida. So until the liver
You have candida now because you're eating sugar. You're eating sugar. Carbs.
is fully healed, which could take another who knows how many years.
What? I've heard of people healing their fatty liver within, I think, months to a year? Years? Frankie, you are so stupid. It is insane.
You need to be consistent with the routine. Yeah, I could deviate days here and there, but it's better overall to be consistent and take small amounts of things to manage it, as opposed to go completely out of whack crazy and then have to do some ridiculous strict stuff and not feel so good.
You need to go carnivore. Humans are facultative carnivores. Go carnivore. Go back to carnivore, and your body will thank you.
To fix it. And so it does look really nice outside. So I think we're going to lay out from like 11 to 2 or 3, which is peak UVB, and it's 55 degrees.
What happened to your little job at the warehouse, buddy? Not working today or what? Or choosing not to? Didn't really say anything about that, did ya? You playing hooky? Like a little kid who doesn't want to go to school today. I know today's Saturday, but
Degrees, which is perfect for
at least at the time of this recording. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload this right away. I hope to. I think I will.
or tanning. 55 degrees is literally perfect weather because you won't sweat. I do have a few hours of workouts plus.
You'll sweat in the sun? What?
Do a Frankie straight meat, but it can kind of wait for tomorrow, and I can still just go down there at 2 or 3 o'clock and just do the things I need to do.
Oh, so he lives that close now. You're taking the lazy way out now, are you? Tell me you're not healthy without telling me you're not healthy. I got healthy within 4 years. You still think you're in the process of trying to get healthy, and you've been doing this for 3. Buddy, it isn't working. I felt my healthiest at the 2.5-year mark of keto and carnivore. Cut the crap.
And with how the weather's been this summer and the lack of sun, I'm really prioritizing, hey, if it's nice outside, get a few hours of sun and then do everything else. If it was just sunny most of the summer and I was getting a ton of it, and I would probably even take days off and not try to tan every day. But this is a little different. So we're gonna enjoy breakfast, get a few hours of sun, probably go down to work, come back, and we'll show you guys lunch.
What's that machine going?
Only annoying thing is, guys, I do have to put sunscreen on the tattoo portion, which usually
That's why I don't have tattoos. I don't want to deal with that crap.
it takes me 5 or 10 minutes. I got these necklaces as a gift last year, and the chains are short, so they're annoying to take off. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when I go on tan. Yeah, so every time before I tan, I do like a little artwork of sunscreen on my chest. Honestly, I don't know if I should just like forget it and then get the tattoo touched up every few years, save myself the headache of doing this. Obviously, if I was at the beach or something, I wouldn't spend the time doing this. I would just let it go. But if I'm gonna be like direct UVB sunlight for like 3 hours, I'm gonna do this. It takes like 10 minutes. Yeah, the length of these chains is shorter. I used to be able to just.
By the way, that would burn me especially on standard American diet. It took me weeks before I actually was able to burn on carnivore. And even then, it wasn't that bad. It was like little redness. My mom looked at my arm and she's like, "Oh, you burned." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, right here on your arm. There's some red spot." I'm like, I wondered why when I scratched an itch there, it kind of tingled. You know that weird tingly feeling you get when you get sunburned? It wasn't even painful for long. Sometimes if I'd scratch near that area, I'd be like, "Ah," but then it would go away.
Pull the chains off over my head and then put them back on easily. But these, I'm not too good with the clasp on them, so I usually just leave them like this when I go out to tan. But whatever, bro. This is to prove to you guys that I can eat pancakes and a loaf of bread every day and still be ripped out of my mind. And I only
No, you're losing your mind. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
work out like 15 minutes a day. Yeah, so I was tanning out here naked because I'm like in the middle of nowhere.
Great, I guess. You do you.
And one day, some hunters were walking through the woods, like right across on the neighbor's property, which kind of sketched me out, but I don't really care. I should still be fine out here. The sky is looking a little cloudy, especially over there, which I'm not too happy about. Because if the sun looked like that, I would just go to work. But it doesn't. There's still some UVB.
So you skip work to get sun, like a freaking lizard. Wow. Can't you find a way to like spend most of the time outside while at work? Two birds?
It's like 55 degrees outside, and in the sun, you're actually still pretty warm. Now, if it was breezy, that might be an issue.
Sounds nice out there. I'd love to go out to a place like that. By the way, I'm going to say it again. I don't fully believe now in the whole, "Oh, radiation is toxic if it's from your cell towers too." Non-ionizing and ionizing. Now, I don't wear stuff with metal in it. I've heard that metal can sometimes ionize the radiation, certain types of metals. I don't wear bras anymore, and girls who do, fine, hate on me, I don't care, but I don't like bras. I'm gonna just come out and say it. I like loosey-goosey feeling. I'm not that floppy. I don't think I'm that floppy. And anyways, I don't wear a lot of metal on me, so I think I'm safe there. And the metal that I do have is like in my Apple Watch and my phone, and I've never read anything on ionized radiation through that. And I don't wear my Apple Watch all the time. So yeah. So there's that.
And once it gets like, I would say 45 or below, even if it's 45, if it's really sunny and there's no wind, you're probably good. But as soon as it gets windy and like below 45, that's when it's like, okay, it's a little too cold. Maybe not even. If there's no wind,
I wouldn't go out naked, definitely. I don't think I'd go naked in 50 some degree weather. And yes, I know that's Fahrenheit. That's around like 10 or so degrees Celsius here.
and it's sunny, it can be really cold and you can still go outside and tan just fine. Yeah, so I'm just gonna lay out and get some sun. We do have the sunscreen available on frankiesnaturals.com, as well as the bug spray, which I actually have over here. And since it got cooler the past 2 weeks, I don't really need the bug spray, but about a month ago, I was spraying everything. So yeah, granted, no trails get sprayed in the air and the clouds don't move too much. We should get a few hours of sun, but maybe not. Maybe if the sky gets cloudy, then I just go down to work early. So whatever. Outside of the tanning, there's two main things I'm mindful of when I'm out here. One, am I grounded? So sometimes I'll hang my feet off the lounge chair because I'm not sure if this metal here is actually grounded. I don't know.
Do not care.
I might actually buy, I don't know, statement. Found out was that touching a tree is not actually grounding. And another thing is, I'll get up, I'll walk around, I'll do some body weight exercises than it is to lie down in the lounge chair. Another thing is, it's much better to stand up for like health and gut motility than it is to lie down in the lounge chair. So what I'll do, I'll get up, I'll walk around, I'll do some body weight exercises in the sun to tan, because I could stand like this, my back facing the sun, and tan my back, and then I can turn around and stand facing the sun and then tan the front part of my body, because just for gut motility and digestion, especially after I just ate, it's better to be standing up, and then you can move around for some blood flow and that type of stuff too. So
Okay, whatever. Again, you do you. I was sitting out in the sun. I got quite a bit of sun then.
I mean, yeah, obviously, if I could just pass out and lay down in the sun, I like doing that too. But
Dude, tell me you're unhealthy without telling me you're unhealthy.
just some things to be mindful of. Look,
You shouldn't want to sleep all the time. Just putting that out there. Which brings me to my little I sleep quite a bit. But you know what? I don't, have any problem with feeling energized when I do wake up. So I do have to be sure that I'm around some form of light. I have discovered that even my body needs light. Well, I know every human body needs light, but I don't realize just how dark it is because I don't see light in the same way. Like I have to be very, 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 very close to the light source. And it's really hard to do that. So, like right now, I'm not actually right in front of the monitor. Well, I am a little. But like it's quite far away, so I definitely wouldn't see it. I don't feel it. I know it's there, but I don't feel the light coming from it. I feel like the energy, like the air around it. Anyways, back to this.
because I gotta go inside and get some water too. And you want to just be mindful of, staying hydrated, being grounded.
Frank, by the way, if you need to drink a bunch of water all the time, you have diabetes.
And standing up, keeping the gut motility good. Because if you start getting, lightheaded or a headache or you don't feel good, and it's probably one of those three things. You either need to ground, you need to hydrate and drink some water, or you need to stand up and get the gut motility and lymph fluid flowing.
The hydration's the only thing I believe out of all those three.
And in addition to that, there might be radiation EMF. Like I'm in the woods here, so I know there's no radiation, but
there's radiation from the sun. There is. And you're going to say, "Oh, but it's not close. It's not even close to what you get from your phone." You had your phone out there the entire time and you're complaining about radiation? Come on. Or is that, no, it's either your camera or your phone. I don't know. You had your camera, whatever it is. I'm sure that thing emits radiation too somehow. Because I don't think there's any camera that isn't a smart camera.
Usually in a town or city, the radiation is a factor. And the way to counter the radiation thing would be, if you're grounded, you might not get a headache. I think that's the only advice I have. If you eat a meal before tanning and you're grounded most of the tanning session, even if you're like in New York City in the park and the EMF is high, you shouldn't get a headache. At least that's my experience. But I wouldn't do it for more than a few hours in that type of environment. Just try.
You said 11 to 2, so you're even doing a few hours here. So your point?
Focus on getting out there in peak UVB. So yeah, like a good hour of sun. And I don't know if they sprayed something, I wasn't paying attention, but sun's kind of blocked now. Like you could stay out still and get some benefits, but like my complexion's a little dark. So if there's clouds out in like this partial cloud coverage at the end of September, it's not really worth it. If it was still like August and there was partial cloud coverage like this, maybe it's okay, but pretty cloudy and there's even clouds right over the sun right now. So like if my vitamin D was low, I might stay outside, but if anything, my levels are too high. So
Huh. How are they too high, I wonder? Because you don't eat fat. How would they be too high? Did you measure them?
The main reason I'm tanning is to like recycle the skin, and if the UV isn't really intense, it's not going to be enough to damage and burn the skin. So it's not really, there's no real reason for me to be outside from a health perspective right now, because my vitamin D levels are too high, if anything, and the sun isn't.
If anything, you keep saying if anything. Did you get them checked? I don't remember you talking about them in your last blood test.
Strong enough to stimulate the skin recycling. I'm better off literally just if I hopped in that tanning bed with those bulbs for 10 minutes, it would be more than a few hours in that sun right now. But if it clears up at 3 or 4 p.m. and the sun's a little lower in the sky, that would maybe be worth an hour. So I just got home from work. First thing I did was wash my hands. And anytime I get home from like interacting with other people, I always do an iodine nasal flush. You guys have seen this a lot at this point. So we have the iodine from organsupplements.com. I just pour a bit in my mineral water. And then just kind of hold it there and make sure that it really fills up the nasal cavity. I do this pretty much every single day at this point. Because that nasal cavity area is the first point where anything enters your body. So if you...
Oh my gosh, he's a germaphobe. Crazy germaphobe, too. Wow. I didn't realize that was why he was doing it. I thought he did it to clear out the stuffiness and stuff. Wow. Wowie, wowie, wow, wow, wow.
you do that right when you get home from work or school or whatever, you're basically never going to get sick and you should never notice any issues. So for lunch, guys,
You wouldn't need to do all that crap if you were just carnivore and eating friggin' organ meats again.
we got the beef and barley stew on Frankie's free-range meat, so I didn't have to do any prep. I just threw this in some hot water at work, and then I brought it home, so it's nice and thawed out. And we have some sourdough bread that we made yesterday, so we're just going to warm the soup up in the pan and then show you guys the meal. So pretty simple lunch, guys. We got...
I'm surprised he's doing beef and barley stew again. I thought he was into that whole fishy soie.
our beef and barley stew. You guys can see the ingredients on frankiesfreerangemeat.com, and then just homemade organic sourdough bread. Nice
And then the white bean stuff.
balance of protein in the stew. This is made with a collagen bone broth. So all the liquid in here is incredibly high in amino acids and protein. Even though, there's just an average amount of stew meat in here, all the liquid is collagen protein. So it's still a very high protein meal. And this is our kind of starch to help soak things up in that toxic bile that comes out of the liver every meal. So nice peasant food, as you guys...
Stop calling it liver detox. It's not liver detox. Look into the Egyptians. Look into them.
refer to. And we got some more leftover apples from the previous meal. We're just going to do some masticum with this meal and some water. No supplements with this meal. Although we're just doing a quick day of eating, I will try the barley stew on camera for you guys. What do the kids say now? It slaps.
Because there's sugar in it. Barley is a grain. Grain is sugar.
I would say it's slamming. Very good, very good. It's a little overseasoned, a little too much bay leaf, but it's delicious. Really good. I've been pounding this stew for like the last 3 days. I really, really like it. So I hope you guys enjoy that on Frankie's Free-Range Meat. And then the next batch is going to be even better. This was like a minimally inflammatory batch where...
Minimally inflammatory, my butt. Why don't you go shove it up your butt?
I didn't want to put wine in it. I didn't put any like cream or anything, but the next time we do the soup, I'm going to put wine. I'm going to put a little cream in it, and I might add a little more salt and stuff. But right now, this just...
Oh, alcohol, huh? Beautiful.
as is, amazing. It's really good. You know what? I don't think it's really even overseasoned. I think it just needs some cream or something to cut through all the flavor in there. But it's really delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll also have just a plain beef stew available soon. Just collagen broth and beef, no ingredients in it. But I'm going to enjoy my lunch, guys, and we will see you for dinner. Well, finally got a grill set up, so hopefully next day of eating, you guys get to see it. $100, not a bad deal. So I set up this cheap tent in my backyard in the grill area. I have zero confidence in this thing staying up in any sort of wind. If I take like 5-gallon buckets and fill them with concrete and put the bottom of the poles in those buckets, is this okay, like just to leave up like this? I figured this was like the cheapest solution, $100 tent, put it over the grill area, and then I guess, these stakes are like nothing, but I'm guessing the cheapest way to do it would be get some 5-gallon buckets, pour concrete in them, and then just stick. I finally had a little time to do some stuff around the house, maybe get that tent set up. I did the grill assembly, and I still have... Some of you guys were complaining that I need to fix the drywall on in my workout video. Dude, I'm not sanding a wall. I'm not sanding that room for 2 hours straight and then vacuuming up. It's gonna take longer than that. And I gotta vacuum up the dust and the mess.
Man, I can't do it because I'm not healthy. You're admitting it. You're not healthy enough to do it.
It's a mess. It's a mess. I wish I had it done before I put the equipment in there. So we're back with our typical dinner. To the average person, this looks like some noodles with white sauce. What is this guy bragging about fettuccine Alfredo? No, these are organic udon noodles made from white wheat. It's hard red winter wheat, and then they hull it so the wheat's white. It's minimally inflammatory, mixed with white bean puree.
No wheat is minimally inflammatory. White bean puree is definitely inflammatory. Yeah, try again, pal.
In the puree this week, I added some cod and pork. Pretty odd mixture of protein and blended it all together, but it actually tastes okay. Definitely going to have to alter that next time. Yeah, you could just take either ground iberical pork, brown it in the pan, and blend it in, or cod. Not both. I don't know what I was thinking. I ran out of cod. Forgot to bring enough home. And I actually mixed that with a little bit of a homemade cream of mushroom soup. Maybe I'll talk about that.
Cream of mushroom soup. So, okay. I had to edit part of that because it quit on me. But so what are you trying to say here? Are you saying possibly that maybe just maybe you have to keep changing things again? Because we all know what happens when you keep changing things around. It's one thing to change something up a little bit when you're bored, but it seems like you keep changing things whenever you're not feeling so good. That's what I've noticed with you. I change things up when I'm bored. There's a difference there.
A bit next week, but it's basically a lot of starch, noodles. Again, the theme of soaking the bile out of the liver. You need grains.
Soaking the bile out of the liver. Liver produces bile. You're trying to say goodbye to your gallbladder, aren't you?
And then mixing that with some fiber in the white bean puree. And the mushroom, creamy mushroom soup is just some added flavor, maybe a little more fiber and gut motility. But
You're not healthy, buddy. I know you're not. I know you're not. This is not helping you in any way. It isn't. When I have energy, okay? Humans are biphasic animals. So, and I actually read something interesting. Apparently, we are the only creature that sleeps throughout one portion of the night. Like we sleep in one big long. There are, like, apparently creatures will come out from time to time, do a little bit of stuff, or maybe we don't see it because they're doing it in hiding, or maybe they're just like, you know, doing it with their partner a little bit, having a bit of fun. If you catch my drift. Maybe they just kind of, exchange pleasantries in whichever way they can. Like they're just like, talk to one another in their own special way. Maybe they just, we don't see it because we're inside trying to sleep for a full 7 to 8 hours in one go. Yeah, no, not happening. Not happening.
I've been making way too much food. I'll probably eat only half of this. Then we got the apple, what was left over from breakfast and lunch, and then
I've been making way too much food to self-sabotage myself because all of my food has to have tons and tons and tons of sugar because I'm thinking that it detoxes. It's not detoxing shite.
we're just gonna have some mess to come with the meal. So
It is shite, by the way, because you just crap it out.
believe it or not, there's a lot of protein in this because that collagen broth we use in the white bean puree and
White bean puree is plant protein, genius. Did you forget plant proteins aren't as absorbable? Or are you trying to go vegan now?
there's a lot of collagen broth in the creamy mushroom soup. So even if we only have maybe 3 to 4 ounces of pork and cod in here,
You don't absorb anything. Even if you're eating meat, in fact, you're going to absorb less eating beans. There were clinical tests done on this where they ran tests on the subjects and gave them like a bean burrito with like meat, and then I think the other subjects were given like they didn't have the beans. They didn't absorb it as well with the beans. Burritos still aren't the greatest, but they absorbed even less of it with the beans, is my point.
not even, it's probably another 3 to 4 ounces of collagen broth. So a lot of
I heard that. I forget where I heard that, but I heard that somewhere. It was either something I was reading or some documentary I was watching.
amino acids makes a huge difference. But that's it for this day of eating. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this and are enjoying all of the high quality organic natural products, affordable as well. We have on frankiestrangemeat.com and frankiestrangeFoods.com. Always doing new stuff for you guys. Everything is excellent. And we can only, I guess, improve more until I completely lose my mind and I'm just sleeping in my warehouse.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. I might even try to put that in the end song as well. It's kind of a rap song. I don't know if you want to hear part of it. Just, I don't know. The first intro is like the I feel like I'm losing my mind. That part's twice. And then like the second part's like this boom 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 boom. So maybe I'll just put the part that I put in the intro in this. I do wish I had a visual though to go with that. I really do, guys.
Anyway, guys, check out frank-file.com for all of my interesting and unique businesses. If you'd like to support me further outside of that, just drop a like on the video, leave a comment down below. Make sure to subscribe and check that notification bell. I don't think I've trash talked at all today, so I won't at the end of the video. I was going to say something, but I won't.
Well, I've trash talked you pretty good, so I think you're good. You trash talk the people who are telling you truth, by the way. You hate to hear the truth. You really do. But I am glad that you're willing to put up with us posting reactions of you. Because there needs to be more people that react to you. I don't know why not enough people react to you. If people reacted to you, I don't think any of my comments would get deleted. My subs comments, rather.
See you guys soon.
All right, guys. Well, he is losing his mind. He even admitted it himself. I love that. I love that song, guys. I found it like a few months back. I was looking for music for that project that I don't even know. I'm still not sure how much longer I want to continue with YouTube. I like doing this, but not if my subs can't comment. And not even the held for review is working. I'm probably not going to upload very much anymore. If I do upload, it'll be like a once in a blue moon probably. This is just it's getting out of hand. I don't know if I want to completely I don't want to completely leave you guys, and I really 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 wanted to do a reaction video today. So I really 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 missed doing this. So I don't know. But with all that's going on, I do feel like I'm losing my mind. My subs can't comment, and even if they do, the helpful review section doesn't always show them because the comment just, even held for review doesn't work. I don't have any filters on my channel. I don't have anything blocking words. There's no words that I block. There's nothing. Okay? There's nothing. The only thing that I tell people to not do is put comments that are, that have racial meanings. And I mean actual racial meanings. Like, that goes against a certain race of people. Stop. Just don't do it. Everybody's important. We're all the same in that we are all human. Okay? So treat everyone around you like human beings, okay? Let's stop treating ourselves as, "Oh, I'm better than you," or I'm less than because of this. No, we're all important, okay? So, even Frankie here, that's why I'm telling him you'd feel better going back to carnivore because we are all human and we all need each other. So, Frankie, you're going to regret this, and if especially in a few more years, this is going to really come back to bite you hard. You're going to be I feel like it's only a matter of time before he smashes into something and breaks one of his shatters one of his bones because he's not absorbing anything. I don't see how his vitamin D would be high given the amount of fat or lack thereof he eats. I just don't. If anything, therefore he never got tested. The blood tests that I remember reviewing didn't have vitamin D. Now, I'll look through the channel. I haven't watched him in a while, so yeah. Okay, guys. Let's just at least he has some sanity to realize he's going insane, right? That's what I do like about him. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.